Okay. Determination. Time. Peaceful. Sunset. Existence. No. Essence. Vivacious. I'm actually just picking up my favorite words on the list. That's all it really is. Universe. Excitement. Captive. Imagination. I love imagination. Boop! I'll happily take boop. I love boop. Sorry, I'm not throwing that one out. Destiny. That's wicked. Wonderful. Extraordinary. Doki Doki! Raindrops. Melancholy. Vibrant. Journey. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I'm getting a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. It's been days? This is our third day, right? Entering the club, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Sydney. Yo, Ori. Looks like you're in the good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing for you to get you in a good mood. Because it's always been that simple things for you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sari? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. Just want to look at it. Sari nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. And she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money, so I would end up lending you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Sydney and let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that at all. I just got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution. That revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys about she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if they weren't cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Kah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori lances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy that you smacked me in the face with a cookie! Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oof. Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours is really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, yours can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika's in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she's has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than any of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What helped you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't, really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn the piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sydney. Why is it just me you want to impress? What is up with this? Monika, wow, she just knocked everyone out of the screen. Monika smiles sweetly. Didn't mean to any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really need a chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, our eyes meet for a split second. But the only thing makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I'll mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book he gave me, right? Uh-huh. I wanted to reread some parts of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov? There we go. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure you didn't accidentally give away anything. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. While her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sydney? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Yeah, ghosts and whatnot. Metaphors and the such. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories that challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When a horrible thing happens, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I am rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm so sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm starting to talk too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book so that I have put into my bag. Alright, is it fine if I stay here? I step into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Is that reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book to start the prologue. I just don't understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe just a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I saw my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean into each other a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Aw. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book in between her thumb and forefinger. I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn the page, Yuri's side is still on her thumb after it flips on to her side. But in holding it like this, we're holding a little bit closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been patient with me. Aw, yeah. Thanks. We continue to read. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character of this reminds me a little bit of you. So? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see it into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of each other. Reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But Sydney, It's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Ah, it's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Oh, hi, Monica. Jesus. What is up with you just popping out of nowhere? Calm down, girl. Goodness. I think it's about time we share poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah. Yuri exhales, sparing from finishing her thoughts. Is it alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book and causing to close the top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't have a preference either way. Huh. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off the book, then slip back into my bag. Yay, we get to share poems again. Sayori, come over here. My shoulder just popped. Oh my god, that felt weird. Sydney, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think that's it. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be more honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Like, let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I'm trying to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Sydney? Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sir, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Sigh. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home. Really? Snap. Oh, what happened? I broke my pencil! Shirley hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. Being attentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit in the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a sacred place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together in a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle and keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like the time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all alone, I open up and in come my friends. They come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. I didn't tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever. Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. Monica's really good at this, apparently. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Something's kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like that. I feel like I was meant to express myself that way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Haha, don't get ahead of yourself. Suri always has the habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Let's just keep it in the order that we did last time. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with such a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Sydney. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Aw. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a wandering human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phases and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. Raccoon becomes excited. Perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. I can say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. She just killed the raccoon? What? It's a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit close to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions throughout them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. So sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourselves? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Do you have anything like that, Sydney? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other in our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little by now. I'm glad you're a good listener. Awesome! Okay, Natsuki, you're next. Huh. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Whew. Huh? Who? What? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. I get that feeling you're probably being the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad you see someone recognizes I'm glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well then, keep practicing. Maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might have the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, can someone so fluffy spend so much time without someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. It's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way: if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away from letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem now. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound. The rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What do her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. Just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with a much simpler with much simpler analogies, and it helps people recognize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of a poem is like an arrogant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's all about how everyone thinks about my... It doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people finding out they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But it makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to respect others for liking weird things. Oh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and such. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri makes me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. Oh, thank God, no trill. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Now there's a trill. Hi again, Sydney. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Sydney. I was going to say oh in my head without reading it. It was really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I can always count. It always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that thing of likes this kind of writing too, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and imagery and symbolism. Why do I say imaginary? Why do I keep saying that? Unlike Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of just by feeling, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuisance. We'll go with that. That's probably not right, but whatever. It can take years of patience, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look at it. Save me. Okay, interesting. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? Load me. What does that mean? Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. The choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the line was really short makes me feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is isn't about the right questions. A poem can be an abstract of a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in the way, now you and the poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Why are you telling me these things? Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When it happens, don't forget to save your game. What? How? Ah, trill! Ah, make it end. You never know when you might need to change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip? If this is a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? I don't know! That's my advice for the day. Okay, well, thanks for listening. I guess that's to save for me? Okay, well, there we go. I'm done, I guess. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for the day, so everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. We don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sarah's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us exactly what we're going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you've heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and to recite during the event. The cool part is we're gonna let anyone else come up and recite the poem too. Sura's putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sura's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think it was a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot of task for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And more importantly, who perform the best, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we are all in this club today. You want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know I do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. They're both quiet. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get over it with it. Alright. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna keep practicing reciting in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden! Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course! Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. There's so much reading in this game. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes I skipped way too fast. Sorry. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she's practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quavering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates. Ha 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 ha! Point for me with perfect timing. As with a rare glimpse of the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards when we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't see her, we didn't want to applaud for her. We were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds up the poem in her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops up off her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. Wait, where's Natsuki? This one's called My Meadow. Ah. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you were reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't admirably cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on a paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice gives it a whole new meaning. This is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Sydney liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems that wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours with a sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. I'm just embarrassed to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before Sydney. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Sydney lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to go. Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. Let me just resign myself a little bit more. It's not like I have much of a selection to what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Oh god, they're all here now. God damn it. Whew, everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not good as everyone else is. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Humph. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But with just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess that's it. In that case, we don't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all had fun while have an idea what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be by you. It had to be your own. I'm very pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time. That's about it for the day. Now the festival's carrying out blood, so let's try and write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish playing tomorrow. Then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori or in Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be nice, though. Well, How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sydney. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I will come with Suri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Suri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Suri. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Suri fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... I still walk home with Suri because I don't know you're that way. Well, Suri, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Sydney. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Suri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating on something that's never gonna happen? Huh. The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Suri to care so much about. But I wanted to respect her and keep her happy too. The game of the festival is only a few days away. Here's what will happen in that time. This is very true.